Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Treasure Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to a full moon in Aquarius reading. So obviously this week I did not post the weekly forecast, which would have been yesterday, Tuesday. Some of you may know that my husband, Mr. Moon, and I, we went on vacation to Hawaii. And so we got back on Sunday night and it took a couple of days just to kind of get reacclimated to a schedule. So I went ahead and just posted the Divine Masculine weekly forecast yesterday on my Mystic Moon channel. So that left today for not really the weekly forecast, but the full moon in Aquarius. Even though it started yesterday, we're still under the influence today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the outline from my newsletter that I put out twice a month for the full moon and new moon. So we're going to be following that here today. So obviously just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. And if you guys are not signed up for my newsletter, I will put that link down below, as well as where you guys can find all the beautiful cards I'll be using here today and this Orgonite here created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. So let's get into it, you guys, and just see what we need to know. So we're going to look first at where is the collective at on the ascension journey currently. So what does Spirit want to bring through with where we're at right now as a collective? All right, let's look at this energy. Where are we at right now as a collective? Let's look at this. All right. Where is the collective at right now during this full moon in Aquarius? We have sharing, and I love this because Aquarius energy, so this is all about expanding. This is also about connecting with other people as a collective. So I absolutely love that we have the energy here of people sharing their gifts, sharing their ideas, basically co-creating with other people coming through. So this says here, there is giving and receiving and giving. You know, if we had to sum up Aquarius, to me, this is the energy. So right now, it could be that some of you guys are really feeling a lot more social than normal. You know, if you have issues with large groups of people, it doesn't mean that you're going to want to go out and spend time with large groups of people or in crowds. But it just means that maybe we're going to be less of hermits and just come out of our shell and want to connect with others and share our knowledge or our ideas. And we're open to receiving the same from other people. So it's a nice exchange of give and take in this particular card. And it just means sometimes two heads are better than one. So if some of us have been feeling, you know, really antisocial, I feel like this is us coming out of our shell. I think that's really beautiful. And just realizing that we all have something to add to the collective. We all have something to share. We all have our unique gifts. And, you know, it's about less comparison to other people and just focusing more on what you have to bring to the table and realizing that everybody has value. I love that. So let's go ahead and see what else we need to know here. We have roar. Ooh, you know, when we think about roar, right? What do we think about? We think about a lion. And I love that because we're in this full moon in Aquarius during Leo's season. And that actually, a lot of this energy came through my reading yesterday over on Mystic Moon. So just a lot of confirmation that right now is a very powerful time. As a matter of fact, before I jumped on this video, I did a very small video over on my TikTok and Instagram. And it's funny because Aquarius and Leo came out over there too. So it's just very interesting, but we have 33 and 22. So we have some double master numbers coming up here. So that could be of significance to you guys, but 3 + 2 is 5. And that means change, right? changes through challenging times. So maybe as a collective, we have gone through a lot of challenges, but it's actually helped to shape and mold us and made us stronger than ever before, because that roar energy just means that we have tapped into our inner strength. We've become courageous. It's kind of like what didn't kill you only made you stronger, or it's like, it can't get any worse than this. And so you become very brave. You can kind of handle anything now because you've had to deal with a lot of crap. So that's just kind of how I'm seeing that card. It's really beautiful. So let's go ahead and see what else we need to understand and know here about the collective. And I feel like maybe a lot of us are maybe starting to realize that we're not alone, that there are other people that have either gone through similar crises or situations that we have, or maybe people have even had it worse. And sometimes that can be very humbling. We have, a tendency to think that we're the only ones that are suffering, or that, wow, our life has been so tough, and, to each their own, right? Everybody has their own things to experience. But sometimes when you hear somebody else's struggle, you're like, oh my God, wow, I really don't have it that bad. And it kind of like sobers you up. It humbles you pretty quick. And you start to kind of count your blessings. And so I feel like, when we open ourselves up to communicating with other people, or just connecting with other people, especially with, shared traumas, or just sharing our experiences, we realize that we're not alone. So support groups can be very helpful. And just, connecting with other people just in general, in any way, can just be very, very healing. So I feel like connecting with other people is really healing for the collective, and we're learning a lot from each other's experiences by sharing our experiences. And I just think that just makes for a stronger collective. All right, let's see what the tarot wants us to know here. Oh, love this. Temperance energy. Okay, we've got the Shawshank Redemption here. I think this is Morgan Freeman. So temperance, Sagittarius energy. Well, temperance is all about healing. It's also about things tempering back and forth. So it's like a natural balancing of life. It's going through things, and sometimes those hardcore experiences, once they balance out, can shape and mold us into being stronger characters, and just, having a stronger backbone in life. And so I feel like that's kind of what these experiences have done for us. It has shaped and molded us for who we are ultimately meant to become in the future. So, I think as a collective, we've gone through some pretty challenging times, just in general, individually, all of the above. And all it's doing is it's really helping us to just become stronger, helping us to heal what we need to heal. Yeah, Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles is a collective card to me, because this means that it's a team. We come together, we collaborate with other people, and we work things through. So I feel like some of you may have had shared karma or shared trauma. So if you're connecting with people and these relationships have been very problematic, this has happened for a reason, because you guys are supposed to either mirror something to each other, or even trigger some sort of things within each other that need to be healed. So not all of these problematic relationships need to feel like curses. In a way, they're blessings in disguise, because what it does is it helps you to find your voice. It helps you to find your center. It helps you to become a stronger version of you. So it's kind of like we can thank these people silently that have either helped us, or in a way we feel hindered us, but really it's actually a help at the very end. It's just about the way that we're seeing these people or situations. So everybody in your soul group, your soul family, is here to help shape and mold you to who you're ultimately meant to become in this lifetime. So it's all for healing purposes. Two cups. So the two cups here, to me, these are connections of two people that come together for a higher purpose, for a reason. It is to help us to become stronger. I love this. And we have the Knight of Swords. So I think this is, what is her name? Maybe I'm wrong, but it kind of reminds me of the girl with the dragon tattoo. It might not be though, but that's just who it reminds me of. And you want to talk about a survivor. You want to talk about somebody who has been through a lot of crap, right? But they have ultimately survived. But this is Gemini's energy. Now, Geminis can represent twins, and so it can be that some of you have really shared a very significant experience with a counterpart, someone that maybe you see as your masculine or feminine or twin flame or something like that. And so to me, this is also a shared experience that you're having with someone for a specific reason. And it is to come together to work something through in this life, right? But what it does is it ultimately puts you on the path towards your purpose, your mission, who you're meant to be. Our soul group, our soul family shines a light on things that we need to work on to, again, be the best versions of ourselves in this life. So I just feel like any contrast that we may have experienced with other people, now it's time, instead of looking at people staying stuck in darkness, blame, shame, guilt, sadness, all those things, it's time for us to start seeing these things as blessings, these experiences as blessings, and to take what you can, to take those blessings and to turn them into something powerful, something that you can use to empower yourself on your path now moving forward, instead of getting stuck or hung up, instead of staying in that swords energy, where now we're feeling either very defensive or we're feeling pain. Let's turn these pains into gains. Let's turn them into something beautiful. And I just feel like that's what that collective message is to take these experiences and find the blessings, the hidden blessings in all of it. Painful or happy, whatever we've experienced, let's now transmute it into something amazing. So Temperance is kind of like a transmutation card to me. We're taking this energy and we're transforming it into something amazing, something beautiful, something miraculous. So that's what we have, you guys. So 3s seem to be a very significant number here. 2s as well, but the 3s are standing out to me. If you guys are seeing a lot of 3s right now, that could be something significant. Some people can see 3s as like, mind, body, spirit, mind, body, soul, like a holy trinity, some sort of, just like a connection within yourself, really feeling like everything is integrating all at one time, within. So that's what we have here. So that's the collective energy. So where's the collective at right now on their ascension journey? Transmuting lower vibrational energies and taking these energies and making it work for you. That's what we have. And I love it. So we've got we got Sagittarius energy coming through majorly, which is ruled by the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter is all about luck and expansion and also spiritual lessons too. So that looks amazing to me. All right. So now we're going to go into the energies here of what needs to be discarded in order to feel more free. So what are we ready to let go of, right? And this is kind of cool because when I did my reading over on Instagram and TikTok, it was talking about letting go of something, right? Making room for something new. So it wasn't really revealed what that was over there. So maybe it will be revealed here of what we need to let go of, what challenges or just things that we need to let go of. What are we ready to let go of? Let's look at this. All right. What needs to be discarded in order to feel more free? Okay, behind the folding screen, masks. So whatever we are pretending, right? Or whatever is false, that's what needs to go. And sometimes it can even be a mask that we're wearing. It might not be someone else in your life, even though that could be it, right? Something is being hidden from you. Someone is being false. And that's really difficult because sometimes you deal with people, especially people that you do feel a close connection to, just people in your life where you're just like, wow, I feel this amazing friendship or, love connection or whatever this is, but I know that they're holding back. I know that they're being false. They're not being true to themselves. They're just not opening themselves up. They don't feel safe. That can create a lot of problems problematic situations with people. And even though you love that person, you can't have a successful connection or relationship with someone that is holding back and not being true to themselves. So sometimes we do have to walk away from people until they either are, done doing that or just ready to be themselves. And so I feel like that might be the message for some of you guys, is that you need to basically kind of step away from people that just are not really ready to go where you're going. And that might seem judgmental. That might seem like, gosh, that's not unconditional love. But it's sometimes, actions do need to have consequences sometimes. And if you have someone that, let's just say, is, heavily addicted to a substance, just because you love them doesn't mean that you're going to just sit back and just watch them destroy their lives. Sometimes there needs to be an intervention. Sometimes there needs to be that consequence that, I'm going to have to remove myself from this situation that's now becoming unhealthy for me. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that sort of thing. So that could be some of you dealing with someone like this, or it can be just you wearing a mask, you being inauthentic, you being afraid to reveal who you truly are. That needs to be discarded. That needs to go. But false energies need to go. And whatever those are, that's what Spirit is saying here. We have Abinalolaka, probably not saying that right, but she who battles. Justice, fierce, commitment. So this is about being fierce. This is about being in your warrior energy, okay? This is about standing up for yourself. This is about speaking your truth. Or this is about not allowing someone who is basically being false or lying to your face or trying to, blow smoke up your ass. You're not dealing with it anymore. You're not putting up with the smoke screen anymore. You are going to clear that energy. You're not going to deal with that anymore. And that might seem very harsh. And sometimes people that are wearing a mask, people that are not ready to be authentic, what they will do is they will either gaslight you, or they will try to transfer, or even, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but they'll put that on you, right? They'll put it back on you and say that you're the issue, you're the problem. That's a smoke screen. So this is about no longer getting caught up in somebody else's drama or someone else's crap. This is about removing this energy from your life. So some sort of false energy needs to go. It's what I'm getting here is it's starting to have an effect on your energy. It's starting to have an effect on how you feel. So you do need to remove this because it's a dark energy and it needs to go. And that doesn't mean that this person that, you'll never see them again, or that, they're evil or anything like that. But it is knowing when it's time to go. It's knowing when something is now having a negative effect on your life. So that needs to go. But I feel for some of you guys, this is also talking about you need to be authentic. You need to look something in the face. You need to no longer hide how you're feeling or what you're thinking, and you need to express yourself, or you just need to kind of honestly look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm strong. I can do this. I am fierce. I'm going to make this commitment to myself to go after what it is that I want. I'm no longer going to hold myself back because of my fears, or let someone else's judgment of me hold me back any longer. King of Pentacles. Okay, King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. There could be someone in your life that maybe it seems like they hold all the power, or they hold all the cards in the situation. It could be financial. It could be someone that you financially rely upon, or somebody that, in your life that maybe you're with that you don't necessarily have deep feelings for, but, it works on some sort of material level. That's going to be only for a few of you. It's almost like we are pretending that something is okay because the outside looks good, but we're not really happy on the inside. Maybe the security, we've told ourselves that, that's enough. but deep down, we're not feeling happy. This could even be about a job as well, meaning like we know that we're meant for more. We know that we're actually worth more. We need to be paid more, or there are certain things and ambitions and dreams that we have, and we want to go after those things, and we're tired of being afraid. So this could be this is talking about what needs to be discarded is this fear, or this hiding behind some sort of false security that's not really making you happy. Very interesting. With the Ten of Wands, as you can see here, this is a dream. This is a dress that's being burned. I do feel for some of you guys, this could be a relationship or a marriage that you're no longer happy in. And it's gotten to a point where you just can't take it anymore. And you might be afraid that you're not going to be able to financially survive, or that somehow your life is going to fall apart without this person. Of course, that's just a fear. Yes, there may be hardships for you. You know, no one's saying that just because you end this situation and do the right thing that there won't be any consequences. You know, there may be consequences of a financial or material nature, but it might be that you have to weigh your options as to, is your inner peace and maybe even safety what's more important to you? So there could be some sort of sacrifice that does need to be made, and we might be hiding under a false security blanket. That's for some of you guys. But this could even just be about your job. Again, we're so stressed out. We're just like, I can't take something one more minute. There's got to be a way out. And I am getting here where there's a will, there is a way. So the King of Pentacles could be you. You're very resourceful. You have a lot of great ideas. It's time for you to take off that mask and really shine and show the world who you really are. And we have the Empress, and that's beautiful because the Empress trumps all of this energy. The Empress is also Taurus, but Libra, okay? Venus energy. Venus is about your taste, the things that you love, the things that are important to you. And when I'm getting here, you guys, what's probably the most important thing to you is your well-being. That needs to be your number one priority. Some of you guys may also be a mother. And so, you know, those are legitimate worries, you know, of not wanting to either break up families, or, you know, how are we going to take care of, you know, the kids? Are the kids going to be okay? So we're not downplaying any of those worries. All of those things are very real, and all of those things do matter. But I feel with the Empress coming through, this is telling you guys, whether, you know, you're with children or without, or married or not, or if this is about a relationship, it doesn't matter. The Empress is your energy, the viewer. And the Empress has the tools to survive and thrive. She is fierce. Even if she doesn't believe it right now, she really, truly is the Empress. So this is talking about pulling off the layers of the mask, whatever is keeping you from this Empress life, whatever is keeping you from your ultimate happiness. We need to start peeling back these layers. We need to start looking at a situation very head on. And even though it might be ugly, and even though it might be scary, what I'm getting here is that your well-being is more important than anything else in a situation. So we really need to make that our number one priority, is what I'm seeing here. Okay. So you are the Empress. You do have what it takes to create either your own business, do your own thing, thrive on your own. You do have what it takes. Okay. Now, some of you guys, if you're single, what I'm getting here is that you, if you would like to have a partner by your side, if you would like to have someone, you know, that you can build an empire with, it's absolutely possible that you can do this. But there is something that you are going to have to get rid of first in order for this situation to come into your life. I'm not sure what that is for everybody, but this is coming through with what needs to be discarded. Some kind of a cycle needs to be discarded. Some sort of an old way of living or old way of being needs to come to an end. 19, so if we add the 1 and the 9, that equals 10. We have 10s here. 10 means the end of the road, the end of a cycle, so we can make room for a new cycle. So some of your guys' new cycle does include a counterpart, a new person, somebody of more value, somebody who is going to sit by your side and bring a lot of value to your life, but it's going to be equal value. You know, there's going to be an equal exchange of give and take. That's beautiful energy. So you're strong. You can do it. You are this queen here. You are this empress. You have what it takes in order to fight, in order to win, in order for justice to be on your side. So that's what we have. I love that. Okay, so let's now take a look and see what area of your life could you become more independent. Let's look at that energy. What area of your life could you become more independent? Okay, so it says connect to your psychic sight. So what this is telling me here is that, well, first of all, cats are very independent. So I think that's kind of cool that that's coming through here. But you can be more independent when it comes to just your intuition, like whatever your intuition is telling you, whatever is guiding you right now, whatever your higher self is trying to tell you, that's really what the answer is. The answer is trust your intuition. You already know the answers of where you could be more independent. So it's kind of like just putting that back on the viewer. What does your intuition tell you? And what's interesting, this just fell on my lap. We have soulmates. I almost feel like there's some of you guys out there that are not feeling something. You're not feeling a situation, or you're feeling like there's something that you're missing. There's something else out there for you. And I'm getting here, you are correct. There is something else out there for you. What you've settled for isn't really doing it for you anymore. It's like it's run its course, right? There are other fish in the sea. There are other soulmates in your group. There are other people that you're going to have connections with. So if some of you guys may have just kind of said, you know, I have this one person, this is the only person that, you know, is in my sights right now, right? Then Spirit is basically saying, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition when it comes to what your heart is telling you. So you could be more independent when it comes to your search for a new soulmate, like someone new, or when it comes to a situation that you're already connected to. Just trust your intuition. But we have the devil. So the devil is talking about releasing yourself from someone that maybe you are overly dependent on. Because remember, this is what area of your life could you become more independent? Maybe there's someone that we rely too heavy on for our happiness, someone that we care about very deeply, right? Somebody that we just feel that either we're meant to be with or somebody that is our person. That's great and everything. And maybe you are correct about that, but maybe there's a little too much dependency on that person for happiness. That's kind of interesting the way that this is coming through. The devil means we need to kind of break some sort of an unhealthy pattern or an unhealthy tie with someone that we feel like we can't be happy without, is what I'm getting here. So maybe some of you guys, where you could be more independent, is to focus more on your own happiness rather than relying on a particular person to provide that happiness for you. Okay. I'm getting here. It's like, yes, this is a special person, but we might have an issue with moving forward with our lives because we're so hung up on someone specific. Because the Eight of Wands is a card of forward momentum, forward movement. So I feel like some of us have to let go and detach from putting this person either on a pedestal or placing all of our eggs into this person's basket. Maybe it's time for us to fly the nest. Maybe it's time for us to, you know, go in search of other things, other people, other forms of happiness right now, instead of focusing on just this one person. So I'm getting here that your intuition is correct, that there is someone special in your life and there's something significant to learn, but maybe we're kind of getting hung up on some toxic or dysfunctional or codependent behavior. And that's what Spirit's saying. Maybe we need to spend a little bit more time, apart, or we need to just kind of move beyond this situation and just see what else is out there. So we're not so heavily attached or dependent on this person for happiness. Yeah, that's an independent card if there is one in the tarot, 9 of Pentacles. This just means it's time to fly solo. It's time to maybe spend some time with other mates. That's just what I'm getting here. So your intuition is correct about a special connection that you do have with someone. But what I'm getting here in this particular position is that you shouldn't depend or rely upon this connection or this person for all of your worth or all of your happiness. That's why the devil is here. It's basically saying that could become problematic. We can become obsessed perhaps with someone or really place too much importance on a particular connection when there are other connections that need to be experienced. And they don't have to be romantic, by the way. They can just be friendships or things that you need to do, missions that you need to accomplish, etc. So I feel like maybe one of the reasons why it says cat shat, which basically is cat shit, is that even though that doesn't sound appealing, like, no, I want this particular person, this is my person. But let's just say someone's either not on the same page right now, they're not feeling it, they're not available. Instead of constantly trying to make this happen or focus solely on this person, Spirit's saying, hey, let's fly. Let's see what else is going on. Let's connect with others. Let's see what's happening, and let's leave it up to the universe. If you and this individual are meant to be, then obviously that's something that's going to happen, but it won't happen while we're kind of attached to it, waiting for it, or trying to force something to happen. We need to just kind of bury this for right now, is what I'm getting here. Bury the poop and instead connect to what Spirit is, where Spirit's trying to lead you next, which is to travel and move forward right now and just kind of see what else is out there right now. Now, we're not looking to replace this. It's just, let's expand ourselves. Let's open up our minds. Let's just kind of move beyond this for now. And let's just see what else it needs our attention. So yeah, we're taking our attention off a specific connection and just placing our focus on ourselves and also on other things. And I don't think that that's a bad thing at all, okay? Because remember, this is what area of your life could you become more independent? You could become more self-focused, is what Spirit's saying, instead of focusing on a specific connection. Interesting the way that came through. All right. So now we're going to look at unique talents you need to start sharing with the world. Okay, so what unique talents do you need to be sharing with the world? Let me grab my deck here. All right, let's see. What unique talents do we need to be sharing with the world right now? Okay, so we have the sacral chakra. So it says here that you might be highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So to me, this is probably an energy here of people that have sensory overload issues, highly sensitive empaths, just highly sensitive people. Okay. And I actually consider myself to be one of these people. I'm highly sensitive to a lot of things. And, sometimes other people could look at that and say negative things about it. But you know what? I don't give a fuck, because I know what works for me and I know who I am. And it doesn't really matter what other people think about it. I'm going to do what I need to do in order to feel comfortable for me. So I just know my triggers, and I know situations that I don't want to be involved in. So I don't even put myself in those situations anymore. So I just feel like the gifts that you need to share with the world is basically being very sovereign, knowing who you are, being leading by example, maybe sharing your tips and tricks on how to deal with situations, harsh people, harsh energies, or just how to thrive and survive in a world where not everybody is a highly sensitive individual. So that could be one of your purposes and missions or gifts, is to share how you go about things. It's so funny because there was a reader, her and I are acquaintances. I wouldn't say we're like close friends or anything like that, but I had just kind of propositioned her because when I see her on social media, she just seems like she's just this like bigger than life, energy. And I just assumed that, she was very social. And so I kind of suggested that, hey, let's do this. And it was interesting because I could feel, the hesitancy with her, kind of pulling back, like, yeah, that's not really my thing. And I was really surprised, because that's not what the impression that I would get from watching her. Right. And I think the same thing for me. A lot of people probably think like, oh yeah, you like to be talking or in social environments and this and that. And it's like, actually, I'm quite the opposite. I just kind of want to stay in a corner and be a wallflower. So not always how our impressions of people are correct, right? So some of you might be kind of closeted like that, where you're just like, this is who I have to be in my job, but really in my personal life, I'm very closed off and just very private sort of person. And other people might not get that or understand that. But anyways, this to me is about maybe you having a gift of connecting with other people and helping other people. Interesting. That just fell in my lap, to be strong. It says everything that you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. It's funny, the way that I was raised, my mother was very boisterous. She was very like in your face, just ready to fight any battle, right? Ready to just go toe to toe with anybody. And so I kind of grew up like that, you had to speak your mind. You had to get involved in people's problems and things like that. But as I've gotten older, I realized that less is more. I don't need to wear my armor on my sleeve to be a strong individual. I don't have to speak all the time or say what I'm thinking in order to get a point across. I don't really have to do a lot in order to just be of strong character. Sometimes less is more. So I feel like this is your gift of being a way shower by leading by example, by maybe sharing your own experiences, perhaps in a support group, or just being a counselor, helping other people to become strong, to find their strengths, people that might feel like they're weak, like they don't have a purpose. So this could be someone that's a life coach. There could be something that you're getting interested in where you want to help other people. This could also be, because it does talk about diet and clean living. So maybe some of you guys are really interested in how to, this is getting hot behind this candle. Wanting to help people to learn to make healthier choices when it comes to their diets, their food, more natural types of foods and choices and things like that. So some of you could really feel this pull or this purpose towards helping other people to become stronger, healthier, whether it's mind, body, soul, all of these things. So very cool. Okay, interesting. This is about rejection. This is also about being down and out, poverty. Some of you may have literally come from nothing, or you've really struggled throughout your life. And so it's because of your own struggles or because of what you've had to go through and you've had to rise above those issues. Again, leading by example. I keep getting this energy of way shower leader, helping other people, leading other people, and motivating other people. So some of you may want to become, like I said, life coaches, motivational speakers, teachers, coaches, something like that. So this is telling us here your unique talents. This is what you need to start sharing with the world, your experiences, what you've gone through, right? assisting other people with where they're lacking, where they feel weak, where they need to become stronger. You're actually helping people to become stronger. So I'm definitely getting here soul coach, life coach for some of you guys watching this video. Some of you have been thinking about doing it, taking a course or something so you can help other people. I love that. Oh my gosh, star, and you're destined for this. The star is healer. Some of you are healers. Some of you guys might be wanting to work with energy because now we have chakras here, so energy work, energy healers. You're really inspired right now. You just are being led right now by the stars, and especially this is Aquarius energy. Right now it's very strong. Maybe this full moon in Aquarius is like giving you some sort of psychic intuitive hit that, yes, this is my path. This is what I meant to do. This feels right for me. Aim for the stars, aim higher. This is going to bring some sort of fulfillment to your life. So you're absolutely meant for this, is what Spirit is saying here. And I love that we have the number 5 coming through, because this just means through challenges and through the things that you've had to ultimately change in your life, you can now bring these positive changes to other people. Oh my gosh, look, strength. That's amazing. We have number 11 here. So 11 to me is a message from Spirit saying you are on the right path. You have what it takes. You have a nice mixture of passion, or strength and compassion to be able to help people. So this is a very balanced energy, balanced in both masculine and feminine energies. Because you've persevered and you've gone through your own experiences, this has created this wisdom within you to be able to share with other people. So it's like you're a survivor. You're helping other people to thrive, especially if they feel weak and they feel like they're down and out, or they have, just been rejected so many times. You're helping them to find their passion, their purpose, their mission. Definitely I'm getting life coach here. Life coaching. For some of you guys watching this video, you're absolutely being guided at this time to take courses, get certified, do something, put yourself into motion. You have what it takes. Because it's kind of like it takes one person to know a certain type of person. And so you're it. That's why you've gone through certain things. All right, we're going to end this reading now with what could you rebel against that would create a positive impact. So what could we rebel against or go against right now in order to create a positive impact? Because sometimes following, what everybody else is doing or following the trends is not the way to go. So let's see what Spirit wants us to know about that. Okay. Okay, this is amazing. First of all, it says anchor stability. Sometimes doing things that everybody else does, playing it safe, is not the right thing to do. Especially if you're kind of a person, if let's just say you consider yourself like an indigo star seed. All right, indigo star seeds aren't going to play by the rules. I'll tell you that right now. That this is the absolute opposite here. They're not going to play it safe in this life. They're going to take risks. They're going to take chances. They're going to do things that other people don't agree with. But that's what they came here to do. They came here to do things differently in order to shift the vibration of this world, of this planet. So I'm getting here that if you consider yourself to be an indigo starseed or just some sort of starseed, you came here to shake shit up. You came here to, yes, be an anchor for people on this planet, to help the planet to become stronger, but you didn't come here to play it safe. So I think it's really cool the way that this is coming through. You came here to be a rebel. You are a rebel, okay? And maybe some of you guys are waking up to the reality that you guys are a certain, come from a certain star constellation or a certain star seed. Maybe that's something that you guys are starting to wake up to. And so this full moon in Aquarius makes sense to me, because Aquarian energy is all about being a rebel, okay? Not playing by the rules. It might even be like you guys are waking up and realizing that the life that you've invested in, the life that you've been living, just the what you've done for a really long time just ain't making you happy anymore. It ain't doing it for you anymore. You're waking up that there's more to life. There's something missing. And I'm getting here, you're right, there is. We have dreams. So yes, there's something that you guys are dreaming about. There's something that it's like you're dreaming of something, and maybe your parents or your family or other people are like, are you crazy? Are you freaking crazy? Are you nuts to throw that all away? You've worked so hard for this. Why would you want to go off and do something that's completely, has no stability? Go on a whim, throw it all away. And I'm just getting here. Your soul is calling you guys to do something right now. And I'm not trying to tell people to quit their job or walk out of, a relationship that you guys have been in that you're no longer happy in. But there is something that's calling you right now. And Spirit is trying to get your attention because there's something more for you to experience in this life. And you're not experiencing it by playing it safe. So some of you are waking up to this energy that, you know what, it's time to go. It's time to fly. It's time to go after your dreams. It's time to take a risk like the Fool. And the Fool is ruled by the sign of Aquarius. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and get some last messages here. We have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is, first of all, five, some sort of challenge, but change, disappointment. There has been some sort of disappointment here, either in your life, or this is talking about instead of looking at everything that's happened to you as a negative, let's start looking at life as this happened for a reason. This happened as a wake-up call to wake your ass up, to basically push you in another direction towards your dreams. So it's talking about not getting hung up on depression or sadness, not getting caught up on what's already gone or what's been lost. Let's not stay stuck in a state of regret. Let's keep moving forward and flying higher towards our dreams, towards our goals. So we don't have to park. We don't have to take this anchor and throw it in this freaking ocean of emotion that's basically sad and dreary. Let's pull up that anchor and fly towards a different dream. Something didn't work out for a reason, or it's not meant to work out for a reason, because that just means there's something else out there for you. That's what I'm seeing here. Something else meant for you. And with the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is being like a reunion, being coming back together, reconciled with something from the past. So some of you guys, the past is going to return. So even if you were to leave it now, chances are it will meet up with you at a different date. I am getting that for some of you. And some of you guys are meant to come together with your soulmates, people that are of your soul family, other soulmates. Remember, that message already came through. There are other people for you to connect with, other people for you to do time with. This is about like taking the memories with you, taking the love with you. It's so funny. It's that movie Ghost I'm getting here. At the very end, when Patrick Swayze tells Demi Moore that, you take the love with you, right? It doesn't go away. So whatever this is, whatever you guys either have right now or experience with someone, it is a choice. You guys can take the love with you and the memories with you, but still keep, moving forward, keep dreaming on, basically. So what you could rebel against is being sad. What you can rebel against is allowing this now to hold you back, your past, what you've experienced to hold you back from moving forward with new dreams. So I'm getting a couple of different interpretations there. But I feel for some of you guys that if something is meant for you, it will return. It will return. So try not to spend too much time holding on to something because you're afraid you're going to lose it. If you lose it, it was never meant to be yours to begin with. And we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is Aquarius energy. Very interesting. So Aquarius is coming through here again, reminding us that that's just where our heads need to be. Our heads need to be, we need to be the King of Swords about this, whatever this situation is. The King of Swords can be a little cutthroat. The King of Swords is very rational in their thinking. They're able to take that sword and cut away from things that are just not serving. They're able to rationalize their choices. There's a lot of emotions with this Cups energy here. What I'm getting here is that we need to stop allowing this anchor of the past or this sadness from the past to keep us back from our dreams. The only way that we're going to be able to move forward is to be the King of Swords right now. And this full moon in Aquarius is the perfect time to be and embody that King of Swords energy here. So what could we rebel against? Let's rebel against hanging on to things that are gone, hanging on to things that, you know, just no longer are serving us well, and getting into that mindset of, hey, you know what? If we're afraid to let go because we're going to lose something, that's in a way a sign that maybe our fear is what's holding us back, and we need to cut away from that. Remember those masks of fear, you know, that feeling that if we let go, we're going to lose something. If we lose it, we're meant to lose it, right? But again, there's that message from the movie Ghost. You still take the love with you. So what are you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of losing here? Okay? The only thing that you're really losing out on or missing out on are other dreams, new ways of life, new ways of being happy, new ways of living your life. That's what you're kind of missing out on, as long as you're hanging on to something just out of either just routine, security, or just because that's just what you've always done. So it's time to fly. It's time to dream a new dream. It's time to go about things in a whole new way. So we do need to kind of let go of this anchor of this emotion and step more into this strong, right, rational, thoughtful person, and just say, I'm going to think of my life in new terms. I'm going to look at things differently. And once we start shifting more into that reality, leaving some of these emotions behind and shifting more into a new thought process, then these new dreams and new ideas are going to be actualized. They're going to become our reality. So that's what we need to rebel against. We need to become stronger minded. We need to let our emotions, especially emotions that are sad and depressive of the past, we need to try to let that go as much as possible, so that way we can create a new reality. So that is the reading for us right now during this full moon in Aquarius. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed those messages and found them to be empowering and that they resonated with you. And thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.